I'm saying it, and I'm saying it today, and I'm saying it over and over again. If you have the means of traveling, of leaving your country to any part of the Western world, my dear, leave. Because as of today, Nigeria, I tell you for free, I tell you for fact, in Nigeria today, a family that is below average, that does not have anybody in the Western world, my dear, will practically die of hunger. A family today that is living below average, even the ones that are living averagely, if you don't have one person in your family who is living abroad, that is from time to time is supporting, you might not be living that large, but when it comes to feeding, that's your person that lives abroad will practically help so much in making sure that you people don't go hungry. Because from time to time, he or she makes sure that there is always food stocked up in the house. If you don't have any family member today in Nigeria and you're living average, or you are living averagely, and you don't have one family member or two family members or three family members who live abroad, who is supporting all the way from the Western world, supporting you back home, my dear, there's a big problem. Take it or leave it. Don't come to my comment section and come and argue. You know it is true. The way Nigeria is going today, if you don't have somebody who lives abroad to help from time to time, to make sure that the house is stocked up with food, to make sure that your mother don't go hungry, your parents don't go hungry, to make sure that your hospital bills, your father's hospital bills are paid, your mother's hospital bills are paid, your sister's school fees are paid, my dear, there will be a problem. So if you have any needs, if you have any means of sending anybody to the Western world, by all due respect, my dear, do it. Is abroad life hard? Abroad life is hard. Abroad life is hard. It's not easy to live in this country. I tell you for free. It is not easy. But are you going to make it? Are there potentials here? Are there jobs here? Yes, there are jobs. Yes, there are potential if you're ready. If you're ready to make the sacrifices, there is potentials in this country. So don't allow anybody to tell you that Jackpa, there is suffering in abroad. Of course, there is no place you will go to that you go and pick money on the floor. There is no country that you will travel to today that you'll be picking money on the road of that, on the streets of that country. No. Whether you are in Nigeria, whether you are in the Western world, whether you are in Nigeria, any part of the world you are in today, you are still going to suffer to make money. You are still going to work your butts off to make money. So there's no country you will go to today that you start picking money on the ground. You start picking money on the streets of that country. No, it doesn't happen. It does not happen. Imagine that I was still working where I was working 7 years ago before I traveled to this country. Imagine that I was still working there. By now, maybe my salary would have gotten to maybe 100,000 or 120,000 as the case may be. Tell me, will 120,000 be able to take care of family of 5 in Nigeria? Couple with my own mother, couple with my father, couple with my family. If it's too much, maybe 150,000. Imagine that was what I was making in a month. By now, living in Nigeria, that's what I was making. Tell me, in today's Nigeria market, where one bag of rice is almost 60,000 naira, and I'm making that amount of money, where my house rent is close to 300 to 400,000, or even 500,000, and I'm making 150,000 in a month. Omo, tell me how I'm going to manage with my children. And maybe my husband might have a job where he's earning maybe 150, 200 or 250,000 in a month. Oga, tell me how I want to manage. No matter how you see it, my dear, no matter how you see it, if you're living below average, Omo, look for a way to send a family member of yours to abroad. Forget what people are saying, Jackpot this, Jackpot that, this and this, that and that. America is hard, Europe is hard, Western world is hard. It is hard everywhere. It is very, very hard everywhere. There's no place that is not hard. But it is better here. You have a lot of potentials here. You go to work, you work, you get paid. You go to work, you get paid. You look for job, you see job. Are you ready to work? That is it. Are you ready to make sacrifice? That is what this place is all about. Are you ready to deny yourself of some things at the initial stage when you come here? Yes. I still say it again. If you are living below average in Nigeria and you don't have any family member, you don't have any of your family member in any of the Western world, Omo, you don't know what, Omo, wake up. If that is your father's land, sell it. Omo, wake up. You hear what I said? Wake up. I know a lot of time people will say, it's hard here. It is hard here. Oh. Let me don't lie to you. It is very, very hard here. You go suffer. Oh. You go suffer. But last, the only people that might not, fall in this bracket are people that are already living, comfortably back home. If you have things in place back home, you are living above average. You are living very well. My dear, this America might not be the best place for you to start. But if you're living below average or you are on the average, Omo, look for a way to send one of your family member to the Western world. So that at the end of the day, hungry will not kill you and your family. That's your family member that lives abroad. From time to time, we give you money for feeding. If it's that one that somebody is taking away from you, feeding money, then you can do other things. Okay, let's assume you don't send that family member out. Or let's assume you don't have anybody who lives abroad. Are you still rich? You still be where you are. Still be dragging hunger. But when you have somebody who lives abroad, from time to time, they will just take this one. They will always make sure that there is food stuff at home every now and then. Food stuff will not be a problem. At least take away that food stuff, that feeding aspect. When you take it away from somebody, say, okay, you know what, you're feeding, I'm going to be taking care of your feeding. You don't know what you have done to some, you don't know the stress you have saved somebody from. Chill out, take your time and rethink about the whole situation and see if coming here or sending your person here, legitimately sending your person here is the right choice or is a wise choice for you, or is the right decision for you. Because I don't know what I would have done today. I don't know how I would have been living today if I was still living, if I was still living in Nigeria and doing the job I was doing 7 years ago. Imagine that I was still in Nigeria today. Imagine that I was still living in Nigeria today, where I was earning 7 years back, I was earning 65,000 a month. Imagine by now, maybe I would have been earning maybe too much. If it's too much, 150,000 per month. Imagine that is the amount I'm earning with all the problems in Nigeria today. How would I have been able to survive it? How would I have been able to manage it? I know what I'm saying. For those people that are here that know me, that know my roots, you will understand what I'm trying to say. For those people that are here that know me very well, that know my roots, you will understand what I'm trying to say. That know my story, you will understand what I'm trying to say. How would I have survived if not for this place I am living in today? Nigeria wouldn't have given me that opportunity to do anything for my family. Nigeria wouldn't have given me that opportunity. Like I said, like I always say, Nigerians, we have potentials, but do we have the opportunities to showcase those potentials? Do we have the opportunities to showcase those potentials? Do we? I remain your girl, Nia, with a soft life. Bye.